Alright, how to legally rig the system. Now this is the hack, it's called the quad. Now what is the quad? The quad is, instead of buying a single product, a single K8 machine, you purchase 4 different products. Why 4 different products? Because it opens up both your 1A lane and opens up your 2A lane directly, right away. Because the higher your lane is, the higher you get paid. And with this hack, if for example you're 3A, you get paid like a 4A because you got the additional piece of the pie. So you're going to get 3 points per commission on your very first sale. So roughly you could get your return on investment within your 5th or 6th quad sale, which is really fast. Now let's see in this slide over here, if you bought a K8 and you sell a K8, you'll get $400 commission per sale, and this is in Australian dollars. However, if you bought a K8 and sold a quad, you would get 707 per sale. Whereas if you bought a quad and sold a quad, how much you would get? Quadruple, $2,000 roughly per sale. Isn't that insane? And to get all those 6 points, if you buy a K8 and sold a K8, you need 100 sales to unlock that 6 points in the 6A lane. Whereas if you buy a K8 and you sold a quad, you need 25 sales to get all 6 points. And if you bought a quad, sold a quad, you need 20 sales to reach 6 points. Now most of you guys would wonder, how would I get the money to buy all this? Don't worry, you would be explained how you could use OPM, other people's money, to invest in your business. Now quad is the best way and the most profitable way, and I'm going to explain later. We're going to calculate the data, but also there's other way called trifecta, purchasing 3 products. Not as good, but still as effective. But also, if you could only handle 1 machine, don't worry, we'll try to figure out ways to still benefit you as well. So you just need to decide for yourself what's best for you. If you want a fast track, you're all in this business, you're all in with Beungharcom, choose the quad. It's a perfect choice. Now I'm going to show you the numbers and the data on how could we get profit in a year basis. So if you see here, if you're selling single machine, single product, single K8, for the first month you get $400, second month $400, 3A, your third month because you move to a higher lane, you get $800, $800 until month 11. That's when you get $1,200. That is only making 1 sale per month. 1 sale per month. Whereas if you compare it with selling quads while you have a quad yourself, your first month, on your first sale in your first month, you get $2,000. And it goes on until month 3, month 4, month 5, it quadruples. This is called compounding. Until your month 12, you get $4,000 per sale. Now if you think this is insane, 1 single sale is like a month wage. Wait till you hear this. Now that is on the assumption of making 1 sale per month for the whole year. But let's say in each quarter we increase by 1 sale. So in the first quarter, from January to April, you make 1 sale per month. From June to September, you make 2 sales, and your quarter 3, quarter 4, you make 3 sales. On your last quarter, you make 4 sales. How much would that be? Let's see here. You see that month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4. From month 3 to month 4, it jumps significantly higher. That is quadruple. 7K. Making 2 sales, 7K. That is insane, right? This is why we chose high ticket sales. Month 5, month 6, it goes up to $10,000 per sale. Per sale! $10,000 selling quad. Now I'm here to remind you, we're not selling a product. We're not a salesman, but we are an opportunity giver. We in Beungharcom, we give opportunity for those who want to change their life. We are selling business license like a business franchise. We're selling business franchise, not a product, okay? Remember that, because the mindset is important. So by saying this, I hope you could see in the future. Now this is not you working alone. This is we working together in Beungharcom, striving to get 10K in a single sale. And now, after seeing this, now you could vision yourself on the right side. Now this is not just your effort, it's our effort. It's together. We are a brotherhood, sisterhood family. in Beungharcom, striving together, push each other, cry together, laugh together, achieve together, be happy together. Now lastly, this is the secret of millionaires. Robert Kiyosaki said, millionaires don't use their own money. Millionaires use other people's money. OPM. Now I want to break the stigma of having a debt. There's this thing called a bad debt and a good debt. A bad debt turns into liability. There's no cash flow in the purchase, such as cars, clothes, your house, the house that you live in, and so on and so forth. Whereas a good debt, it's a debt that could turn into big returns, that has cash flow, such as health, information, income, rental. Now, by understanding this, for example, if you buy a car for personal use using debt, that is bad debt. However, if you buy a car and you rent that car for $300, let's say per day, like a supercar, then that is good debt, because you're using that car to generate more cash flow, more income. So that is what Robert Kiyosaki said. And it's not just Robert Kiyosaki. Even the millionaires such as Elon Musk. Elon Musk bought Twitter approximately $44 billion. But Elon Musk doesn't have $44 billion liquid cash in his bank. He uses debt and uses his asset as a collateral to buy more assets such as X, which formerly known as Twitter. So 15 grand to start your own business is pretty easy. Also, you have a max tax benefit, write-offs. And to build this business, you could use organic and maybe some ad spend, maybe $100 ad spend, and you could gain $2,000 per sale. So the ROI, it's really worth it. This is the end of module 3. For those who stick until the end, you are the top 1%, and we would love to work with you. So please book the call. And this is the final thought from me. Personally, I would thank you that you chose to be on the right side, that you tried to shift from the left side to the right side. Now I'm happy because you are trying to change yourself. I'm happy because many people are awake, taking that red pill if you watch The Matrix. Now I'm here to support you. Beungharcom is here to support you. We as a community, we're going to support you along the way. So don't be scared and enjoy the ride. Now this is a life-changing question that I really find beneficial for myself. Tony Robbins said, the quality of your questions determines the quality of our lives. So there are 10 questions that I'm going to give you that would give clarity for yourself. And when I answer these 10 questions myself, I gain tons of clarity, tons of realization, tons of self-reflection. Now pro tip, make sure to answer these questions honestly, and please don't shy away, be vulnerable and personal. If we are going to work together as a family, we need to act as a family. It would help the both of us to understand what situation you are going through right now and how could we help as Beungharcom. The more information, the better the output. And don't worry, we keep it confidential. Now there's a research says that 90% of people, now there's a research here saying that 95% of people think that they're self-aware, but only 10 to 15% are actually self-aware. So the rest 80% of people are not self-aware. Now how could we make ourselves to become self-aware? Research suggests that taking deep, reflective questions activates the brain areas related to introspection and self-evaluation, such as the prefrontal cortex, the human side of our brain. Now this study is from Sylvia and Phillips, 2011, showed that self-reflective questions like, why do I feel this way? What do I truly want? Improves emotional regulation and increase the likelihood of behavioral change. Now, by starting this journey, you are changing your mindset to be on the right side. Now, to improve this, you need to answer these 10 questions as reflection for yourself. So the 10 questions will be given down. If you scroll down, you would have those 10 questions. Answer them honestly. And I'm looking forward to the call with you, and I'll see you on the right side.